Hi everybody, welcome to the PrepWell Academy tutorial, where we're going to take a little test drive of the program so that you can get a feel for what's inside and so that you can hit the ground running. Now I'm going to use a fictitious email and password. So right off the bat you can see every month there's a lesson that posts. We started off at the end of August with our welcome lesson. Then in September we had our 4 lessons, and October the same, and November the same. And then in December we had our 1 lesson so far. And I can deduce from this that this is a sophomore that's somewhere in the first week in December, because we only post 1 lesson per week. So presumably in a couple days, the next lesson will post, and then a week later, the next one and the next one. We only want to give you 1 lesson per week because we don't want to overwhelm you. We want to make sure that you're concentrating and focusing on one digestible task or concept at a time. This is what's called the progress bar, and this shows you and your parents basically how current you are on all the lessons. So let's jump into August for our first lesson, just as by way of introducing the format. You may have seen this before. The format is me giving a little spiel on top in a video, and then down below there's some amplifying information. And there'll also be some times where there's a downloadable PDF here, depending on what the lesson is. This particular lesson didn't require one, so there's none there. So we'll go back to the front and look at some of these others. Why is sophomore year so important? I'm not going to click into this one. I'm just going to say this, that my opinion is that sophomore year might be the most important year of the entire high school career. Now, a lot of people will push back on me and say, well, what about junior year? You've got all the standardized tests and you've got the toughest classes and you're a leader in your activities. That's all true. But if you're not setting yourself up for success in sophomore year, junior year is going to be a mess. PSAT, let's go into this one. So once again, at the top, I give my little pitch for why the PSAT is so important. Now, links down here to introduce you to the PSAT, the 2 different flavors of tests, and how and when to sign up and how to prepare, some accounts that you can go to and set up in Khan Academy to help you prepare. We give you some high-level information about the test itself, give you a link to some sample questions and some sample sections so you can work on those so that you're not going in there completely blindly and not really knowing what you're doing. We make sure you're at least familiar, if not well prepared. What you're interested in. Man, this is one that we go back to every couple months. We try to have you, even as a sophomore, start thinking about what you're interested in, what you're passionate about, what you love to do. Do you have hobbies? If you could travel, where would you go? What do you do in your spare time? This stuff's going to be important as you get older, as you start thinking about college majors, about colleges themselves, about potential career paths. So we want you to start thinking about it. And you can see here I downloaded this little cheat sheet, your LinkedIn profile. It is very important, maybe even you started it last year, I hope, to start creating an online profile. Now I've tested and researched and experimented with my own students about what's the best platform to create an online resume for high school kids. And I found it to be LinkedIn. And I've created one here, this fictitious person, Chris PrepWell, going to PrepWell High School, and I show the kids how exactly to open an account, how to put your background information in, how to put your awards, your extracurriculars, your grades, all that stuff. I lead them through exactly how to do that. In the next lesson, we talk about being an advocate for yourself, how it's time to leave your parents behind, and that you need to start fighting your own battles, whether it's with a teacher or a coach or a friend or a guidance counselor. Now is the time to take the reins of your life and start figuring some things out for yourself. And we talk about strategies and tactics on how to do that efficiently in that lesson.